Hello everyone, I am Nox Lupus. I'm gonna create a survival world. You can see cheats are off, bonus chest off, generate instructions on. I do have a seed. I chose this seed because it has, I'm gonna create new village. Create new world. Because it has a village. I haven't looked, are there spawners, are there dungeons, are there mine shafts, or I haven't looked through the nether. All that is brand new. So sorry about that. The world got kind of laggy, so I decided to, you can see my skin is a wolf. I decided to load it up and then run you guys through it. You can see it's the same world, the plains over there, we spawn in a forest, all that. So I chose a seed, so it's not like I would go changing the world on you. So my name is Nox Lupus. That is Night Wolf in Latin. Nox means night, and lupus means wolf, or I guess wolf does mean lupus, but to English speakers, the other way was right. So, this world I have chosen, and I'll give you some of my background. I've been playing Minecraft for probably 4 or 5 years, somewhere around that range. Playing quite a long time. I came in just after the Halloween update. I think it was like that year, maybe around Christmas time-ish. So that's about how long I've been playing. For some of you older Minecraft players that might have played longer than me, you might be able to date how long I've been playing a little better than I can. So I'm a technical player. I love redstone. I love like trying to make things as efficient as possible. How to do farms really well. So in my last world, that was my goal. I tried to build the most efficient farms, and I stole the name from a show called Backyardigans that my little sister watches. And I called my building the Tower of Power. That's the village. And it was a tower of power. It just had everything that I needed: diamonds, farms of all kinds, iron, everything that I could have asked for. But it didn't look very nice. It was all stone brick. I tried to make the lower floors look a little nicer. There was I built quite a nice parkour area, but other than that, everything was like, it was very mechanical looking. So I've decided to build this world, and in it, I'm just going to try to make things look nice. So if I have a farm that I want to build or anything like that, my rule is going to be, I need to make a facade for it. Something that gives it a nice outside, something that gives it a bit of a story, like this person lived here, this person did this, or whatever. So, real quick, while I was waiting for it to load, I did a couple things. First of all, I gave myself cheats, and if I will not use cheats in the future. It's just for the purpose of making this video. I gave myself cheats while making these videos, this series, and I did natural regen off, and that, if you see my heart down here, it has not regen. Now I haven't had a lot of food, but I got that pretty early when I still had food. Normally you gain your hearts. Now the only way for me to get hearts is to use potions, apples, or beacons. So that is going to be a little bit of a challenge. Got some more mutton. So there's also a cave over here. I didn't explore it, but I do happen to know that there should be a cave right over here that I saw, and that looked like a nice place to go mining. So I'm going to show you guys the cave. I'm going to cut off, and I'll come back to you in a little bit and show you what's happening. So you saw I had other things on there, not just like the game rule. As you can see, I don't have anything on me. So those, I was playing around with something. It wasn't not something important. So this is the cave. I don't want to go in there too far until I get a sword. I wasn't cheating. It was just, I was just playing around. So yeah, I'll be back with you in just a sec. Welcome back, everybody. It's been about 20 minutes. I came back like I told you. I've been doing some work. Just just like I said, the only ways to regen the hearts down there that are broken are to use potions, beacon, or golden apples. So I've been doing some work, doing some mining, just pretty simple stuff, and I have some apples, and I thought I would show you my crafting of the apples. So doing a lot of work. I made gold farm and golden apples. Ha ha ha! I also built this little area down here. Um, uh, I have nether portal, my mines, little area. Okay, guys, I'm gonna stop playing with you now. I've been working in this world for about half a year, probably a little less than that. I've been waiting forever to put up this video so I can make those notch apples. I do have a gold farm. I didn't cheat there. I've spent a lot of days AFK, and it's a pretty good gold farm, pretty good rates. And like I said, I've been waiting a long time to make those apples. It's pretty exciting for me because I've never made a whole stack of apples. Now, again, I'm not cheating. I've been working on this world for quite a while. I didn't go on cheats. I might think I did. That's why I keep emphasizing this if I was just a viewer. But I've been working on this world for quite a while. You can see all my starter stuff. I wouldn't have that if I was lying to you. So this is indeed that cave that I showed you. When I first came on this world, I made this cave into my home. My mines, my nether portal, I had the farms. It's the same seed. I just stole the seed. So that's what the world looked like before I built on it. I have been building on it. I used that village. Today I'm not going to show you that village. I'll do that in a future episode. Today I'm going to be showing you the farm area, which was the plains just in front of that village. And without further ado, we'll go do that. So I've been playing on this world for quite a while, and it's like what I said. I'm going to go over it real quick. So I gotta remember all these things because I made the notch apples. I can't redo this tape. So there's, sorry, I just switched up some of my keys for the new update because I need more space. So you can see at 61, that's my deaths. In making the gold farm, I lost a lot of lives, and I did some careless things in building and lost a lot of lives. So I'm not saying that I should have less lives, but for the record, I was doing really good, and then I got careless, and now I have 61. I was at about 30 until like a month ago or so. Anyway, so I've been building this world, and this is the farm village. Oh yeah, so sorry, I really need to make sure I get this. Some of the stuff is more obvious, like those cheats that I showed you when I flipped through what I'd been putting in the chat, and but some of them are less obvious. See how many you can figure out. I may disclose them in the future, what I did in the beginning scene. So this is that seed. I'm going to show you these buildings. This is the farm place. This is the farm place. This whole place started because I needed a wheat field, and then I built around it. It's just like the first thing I had said. I regen hearts, and everything needs a facade. So first of all, this is my most recent build. I was just thinking about that for a second. I didn't want to lie to you guys. I already did that once. So this is the most recent build. This place needed an inn, so I built a huge inn. It's kind of based off of a restaurant that me and my family went to. My family and I, for all you grammar people out there, grammar. And it was a really nice restaurant. It used to be a mill, and it had some cool like gears and stuff. So I kind of tried to mimic this. There was a bar, a little loft, and the main seating area. We sat upstairs, and there were some very nice people, very good people playing different things, guitar, flute, banjo, whatever. And that was a lot of fun. Nice music if you happen to be those people. I did add this. This was not in the original building, but the building was too square, so I added a balcony here. Sit out here and eat. Then you have the upstairs. It did have stairs like this, although it was not an inn. It just went to more seating/eating area. So this is the inn. be some seating, some more seating over here, and like a little furnace crafting area for people who are staying here. There's also, this would be like if you were really rich, you would have this room. Only one bed, your own chest, your own room, and table. So where I live, there is a pretty famous inn, sorry, and it's not medieval. It's like pioneer era, pioneer, Victorian, yeah, somewhere around there, around George Washington's age, earlier than those two. Anyway, and this is kind of based off of that. That's about my knowledge. So a lot of people would sleep in a room. There'd be like four people on a bed or so, and everybody else would sleep on the floor. So I couldn't really do that, but to mimic the compactness of that, how many people would be in a room, I put bunk beds in and tried to make it really tight and claustrophobic. So all these rooms just have two beds, except for this one has three. This one also has only two. The windows poking out help to break up the roof, and then this would be like the owner's. He gets his own little loft. This is like the attic. Nice windows looking out. That river is the same. It's like for his friend to sleep on the couch, except it's not actually a couch. Anyway, like I said, natural regen is off, so I hide health potions in case I need them. This would be the main person's bedroom. It would probably actually be a family, but as far as that goes, I'm not being too realistic on like how many people would live in a house. So then the back stairwell, this would probably be more for guests than that one. The back stairwell there. So then I had to remember to get all these houses. So that cave, apparently after I had forgotten about this, but I went down there and I got lost. And in order to get out, I dug myself a hole. And when making this road out here, I found the hole. I was like, hey, I should commemorate that. So I've commemorated it by building a little mine house. The upstairs of this is not done. But this would be, some miners could go in there. I did have creeper last year, so if you notice the cobblestone, the logs, or the abnormal amount of cobblestone / lack of grass, then you would be right. There was an explosion here. All I had on me was logs and cobble, except not enough. I have a quarry. I have lots of stuff, so I can spare some ores to put here for decoration. So that's the mining. This is probably one of my favorite builds. This is the water wheel. You can get a nice look at it. I really like this thingy. It has no purpose, but it's like one of my favorites, and I quite like the entrance. And the water wheel is pretty good. So you can go inside, and this would connect to the water wheel, and it would be turning this up and down one, although it has no purpose. It's just kind of for decoration. Back stairwell, back door doesn't go anywhere. So then you have the living room, the kitchen, and then the upstairs again. Not being very realistic about how many people would live in a house. But that's upstairs, and you can go out here into the mill area. This river, I try to make it connect everything, because I don't actually travel much by boat, but I like the idea of rivers connecting, and I do have Depth Strider, and it's harder for monsters to catch me, so I just came up with that, but it seems like a good reason to have rivers connecting everything. So next there is the bakery. I have display cases. It's probably not actually medieval-y, but that's how I made it. So nice furnace. You can go upstairs where the baker would be cooking. And his bed. Again, not realistic. There'd probably be several kids in this family. Side door. I quite like that side door. This house serves no realistic purpose. There's a stable downstairs in here. Actually, I'm going to do the blacksmith first. I haven't missed any, right? Yep, nope. I wasn't kidding when I said things need to have a purpose. I want an anvil, so I built this blacksmith. This is probably my least or second least favorite house. It's pretty ugly. But I just want a place for my anvils. And, I mean, I tried to do a good job. I'm not saying that I slacked on this. I just did badly. And I kind of like the fireplace. That's about the only thing that I like about this house. Take a nap real quick. So this was one of the first houses. I recently have been adding on to this. I'm getting a little kick spree. Sorry, my family has been playing the Lego superhero game, and they now have the song stuck in their head apparently. And sorry if you could hear that. Hope it's not copyrighted. Anyway, so this is the house that serves absolutely no purpose, but I kind of like how it looks. There's no actual storage up there, but it is pretending it's like lifting up a hay bale or something. So this would probably be for rich family, or a family that's like high up on the food chain, maybe close to the farmer's family or something. But nice seating area, little kitchen. Again, very unrealistic on the amount of beds, but this would be the upstairs and the hayloft that isn't actually a hayloft. So this house that we're going to visit next is the first one I built. If you notice the frames drop a little bit when I look in this direction, it's because of the cows and pigs. I have an enormous amount of them. This is the first house I built, so even though it's not the best, although I quite like it, it's not like the most fancy. I do think of it kind of as being the farmer's house because it was the first I built. This is the hayloft. At least that's what my grandfather calls his. He is a farmer, and we sleep overnight in the hayloft sometimes when we visit him. And the girls so far are the only ones that have ever stayed all night. The boys always get cold and go inside. So, again, if I need storage, I need to build a house for it or find a house that I've already built for the storage. So, I actually kind of forgot to do the living room. I've never done it since. Just out of like it's kind of become normal to have that there. Nice little loft room. Again, extremely unrealistic on the amount of beds. I'm gonna hopefully this isn't causing too much frame rates. I can't really tell, but those are the pigs. You can kind of make it look like there's slop, like it's muddy, and then the cows over there. I can feel the frame rates dropping. I don't know if you see them, the dropping, but I have a ton of cows over there. Probably like in the hundreds. I have cows, and I already slaughtered like a ton of them because the frame rates were too bad to even record with. So then I have the sheep farm, and real quick, just to go over it, the carrots and wheat and sugarcane, those are the three main farms on the animals that I have here. Can't think of any others. It's the water wheel from the side. So then this is the side that of this river that would have like the housing, except for the sheep, the butchery, and the everything on the other side that I haven't exactly come up with. So sheep's pretty self-explanatory, just sheep pen. These buildings is also one on the cows. You can see it, not Optifine. It's over there somewhere, just past that tree. And they're like Minecraft doesn't actually do this, but they're like little houses as for the sheep to go in if it was ever raining. Minecraft doesn't have the sheep go in. So I'm gonna start with the butchery. This is like the front desk, and for storefront. And you'd be like, I want this, this, or this, or I brought my animal in, I want it to be slaughtered. Then you can go upstairs. Again, I'm realistic with the bedding. Good amount of storage, and then you can go down here. This is the sword they use to kill the animals. It has looting, unbreaking, sharpness, and fire aspect. It kills them, cooks them, and gives me the most amount of food and leather or whatever else I'm killing that I can get. So it's a pretty good sword. I ran out of fuel on this. I don't have anything to burn. But when it's done, it pops out over here. But instead of me being able to take it out, it goes into the system, which this chest is connected to. I'll show you what that does in a minute. But I can put stuff in here and it sorts it for me. You probably can figure out what the redstone is. So that goes into the ice house. We bought a house. It's a plantation-ish. It was a plantation, I should say it that way. And we found an ice house in the barn. I think we rented from them before we bought it, and we were walking around the barn, and there was an ice house in it, and it was a little crazy. Ours isn't nearly this clean, but I tried to kind of mimic this ice and damp and cracked and such. But this is the sorter. That's my wheat, carrots, seeds. I'm getting good at this. Steak, pork, yep, and mutton, and then this is the overflow chest. Wool, and I use a lot of wool in the building. Leather, yep. So I haven't filled up the storage very high with those yet, but I will after a long time of using it. So these two are the first out of, I have more to build, but first two of the building houses. I don't love the roofs, for the record. I don't think that's necessarily a good roof. But this is the first one I built. This one is more realistic with the amount of beds. Living room. This would be a large family. Upstairs, 2 bunk beds. I said more realistic, not fully realistic. And then upstairs, I kind of like this. It's like a little secret bedroom. It could be a guest room or maybe a child, maybe the baby or something. So then you have this room, two beds, probably the parents, and then this is on the back of a chimney. That's why I need to put that there, otherwise I probably would put more beds or some other form of room. So then you can go downstairs and out. This is the second room, but I will warn you, the upstairs isn't furnished yet. I just built this one like half a day ago, and nothing in it. Haven't like stocked up stuff, but I don't quite love this. I wanted to try having it come down. So if you notice, it's kind of on two different levels. I wanted a house here, but it was too close to that, so I had to move it over slightly, which meant it came up slightly. So I have this. I'm trying it out with two different levels. I feel like it's too modern, but it's kind of a cool change up. I also like this window. So again, upstairs isn't furnished, so don't expect too much or be awestruck when this is terrible. I don't think you get awestruck for terrible, but yeah. So again, nothing's furnished, but just upstairs. This room, if you have any suggestions for what I should call it, or house, leave them down in the comments, because I'm not exactly sure. It would be kind of like the record keeper. The only thing I really can think of is it takes care of like what goes into the silo and who gets paid what, that kind of stuff. So the person that does the crunches the numbers. This would be the desk, and his upstairs, or her, sleeping there. It's one of my bows, and do whatever they do that I don't know yet. If you have any suggestions, you can leave that below. And I already did the butchery. Fire pit. I think that's it. I don't hear you guys screaming at me I missed the building or anything. So I believe that's it. And I said this is the same seed. Only way for me to regen is use potions, apples, or beacons. I have this theme where I try to build really well. This is to improve my building, and everything that I want to build needs a purpose. So like I couldn't just build a giant wheat farm. I had to make it in correlation to the farm village, that kind of thing. Anything else? I left some ways for you to be able to tell in the original clip, that I was kind of pulling your leg if you can figure out all of those. I think I said that in the beginning, but just going over my bases here. Like I said, I can't retake this. I already made the apples. I don't think there's anything else. So the stables are over there. I'm not going to go into it because they're kind of big. It's for a whole nother video. So I'll be right back. So this has been Nox Lupus. This is a giant sword when you really look at it. And this is the end of the video. So this may or may not be a preview to what you will or will not see in the future if you watch my videos. It is. And I will not tell you if this is a preview or not. It is. So don't ask me. Anyway, I hope you enjoyed my videos. I hope you thought I was at least kind of funny. And if you enjoyed my building style, my talking, or anything else, then other than being crazy, you should check out my channel and see if I have any other new ones that are out that may or may not include this. They will. And I hope to see you soon, and bye.